Children, to understand the second feature of democracy, let's understand it with an example of another country, China. Now, in China, elections are regularly held after every 5 years for electing the president of the country. Now, children, to elect the president of the country, the parliament has the power to elect the president, and the parliament is called Changyang Remnim Daibu Hui, or it is also called as a National People's Congress. It has the power to elect the president of the country. Okay. Children, the Chinese parliament, that is the National People's Congress, elect around 300 members from various parts of the country, and even the army has elect certain members to the parliament. Now, children, for any candidate to stand for elections in China must take the approval of the Chinese Communist Party or the approval of his 8 allies who are joined with the Chinese Communist Party. And yes, so only the members of the Chinese Communist Party or these 8 allied parties could stand for elections. Okay, so you see that only these members, and they had needed the approval. Nobody else could contest the elections. Only the Chinese Communist Party members or from the allied parties or the 8 allied parties, they also needed an approval from the Communist Party, and then only they could stand for election. So you see, children, what happened when they had to take approval and they had to only members of those parties could stand for election. It was seen that year after year, the only government that was formed was from the Chinese Communist Party. Okay, even after elections were held, but it was very sure. I mean, the people knew that only the Chinese government, Communist Party, is going to win and form the government and elect its president. So it will be continued same year after year. There was no choice of changing the leader. Children, we look at another country, Mexico. It got its independence in 1930. This is the Mexican flag. And here also elections are held after every 6 years. Regular elections are held after every 6 years to elect the president of the country. Okay? Children, until 2000 in Mexico, every elections that were held in the country was won by a party called Institutional Revolutionary Party, in short form was PRI. I know it is not accordance with the full form, but the party was called as PRI. Every elections they have won. There are opposition parties in Mexico who do contest elections, but they never managed to win because it was only PRI who used to win the elections. Now, how did they win these elections? They used many kinds of fraud practices, malpractices, through dirty tricks. So you see, this was not a fair elections, okay? And it's not fair that only one party wins and the others don't even get a chance to form the government. Now let's look into what are the dirty practices that they did. What are the dirty tricks that they played in order to win the elections? You can see everyone was forced to attend the party meetings so that they would just brag themselves what are they doing. The teachers also in schools were asked to convince their parents that PRI was the best party. Then even the media and the television news, they would project PRI as the best and would criticize the opposition parties. They would also play dirty tricks on the election day. On the election day, when people would gather to vote, they would change the polling booths. So you can see the polling booth is here and people would gather there to vote. Suddenly they would change it to another place. Okay? So these are some of the dirty tricks that they played. So you see, in both the cases, China and Mexico, do you think that the people had the right to vote, or could, although their voting was done, but there was no choice because leader was fixed, even if there are opposition parties and voting was done. But who won the election? Here it was always the Communist Party, and in Mexico we see it was the PRI party. So in both the cases, should we call these countries a democratic country? No, certainly not. So children, you see, in both the countries, Mexico and China, unfair elections were held, isn't it? It was not a free and fair elections that were held. And with this, we get our second feature of democracy. That is, a democracy must be based on free and fair elections where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. That it's not that only because they've been running the government for so long, it's not that they should only win. Everyone must get a chance to win and form the government. Okay, so we see that China and Mexico, although they have elections, that does not mean they are democratic. A democratic country must have free and fair elections.